Good morning, everybody, and welcome in. Thanks for being here early with me. I know I'm early. Um, but just decided, it's it's what I'd like to do. Bubba Yaga's being all cute. I mean, she's always cute, but Yeah, baby beans, what you chirping at? No, baby beans. Oh, no, you don't want to be picked up? Boop. Booped her nosy. So let me just get in and get my my screens all set up. I might look different. It's a really dark day. Really dark day. We've been having storms like, whatchamacallit, thunder, lightning, tons of rain the past multiple days and will for the next couple of days. So it's just dark in my room even with the lights on since the light is technically behind me. I don't really get anything good in front, but welcome in all the same. Joe, I saw you've been having some problems with stinky neighbor. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully that gets resolved. Because that stinks. Move this from top chat to live chat. There we go. But we are back into winter. How are you? I've enclosed some instructions on how to make one of my favorite fish recipes. Fish tacos. You have a landlord you can speak to about this? You're like, hey, it stinks. Hey, Cinema, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. Make some tea. Make sure we say hello to and feed our animals. Oh, we're upgrading this. Okay. Well, next on my list is our house, I think. Probably do that. Upgrade the house. I'd like to be able to cook a little bit. How much do I have, by the way? Oh, I've got plenty. 162. But how about everyone here? How are you all doing today? How's the weekend been? I would contact the building manager then, yeah, because that's just... you're a baby. That's not a great way to live. Plus, it's bad for your parents' investment, so at the same time, you'd be looking out for them, which I'm sure they'd appreciate. I don't think they'd mind you sticking up for their property. We have 41,000 gold. We have reached the bottom of the mines. And I think, let's see if it's anybody's birthday today. Or coming up. Also be on the lookout for, not art, well, I mean, I guess artifact spots too, but, vegetable spots. Also, we got a prismatic shard in the quarry the first day we opened it up. I mean, that depends on Joe's comfort level. That can sometimes be problematic. But if you feel comfortable to talk to them, then yeah, that'd be a great first approach. Running along copper bars. Okay. Good talk, Clint. Let's see if you sell anything. I wonder if you sell anything that grows in winter. I also should see. I need, okay, a sheep and a duck and goat's milk. That's fair. And that's the thing is, it's not your job to do that. You're allowed to say, I don't want to do that. I need to make a pot. Take to make a crab pot. Wood and iron bars. We're gonna do that. Can you put good stuff? Can you put like quality fertilizer or baits in there? I wonder. I'm gonna make some crab pots. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Ooh, I'm gonna make iron bars. That's what I'm gonna do. A nice, you know, simple, relaxing intro to the stream, to the day. Not doing anything crazy, but we are definitely gonna make progress. What did you want? A copper bar, my friend? Let's give you that. For money. Irches. Yeah, I mean, I would, I mean, if it's been multiple weeks, you need to report it. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Here's a legitimate question, Joe. Have you seen them since the smell? Because, I'm not trying to be morbid, but there have literally been cases of people dying and being discovered later in their apartments. Shocked. Oh, right. He's talking about the stuff we did. Ooh, catch a squid. See, where do I... Or when? Let's see. Stardew squid. Anytime... Or, sorry, 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the ocean. So, night fish. Okay. Good to know. Ooh, any... I think I just need specialty fish, right? Yeah, that darn puffer. Well, we'll check the traveling merchant to see if she has one. I think she had one and I didn't buy it, or maybe I did buy it. Let's go have a chit chat with Clint Clatt. Hey, what's up, Kane? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Business has been slow lately. Well, I'm sorry. I'll buy some stuff or upgrade some stuff. Speaking of, what should I upgrade? Maybe my axe? Honestly, maybe my hoe. I never do the hoe. I feel like I should. Yeah, let's do the hoe. I always seem to ignore that one when I probably shouldn't. It'll save me time down the road. Yeah, Kane, how you doing, bud? Hopefully things are going well. 450 bucks. That is a good amount of bucks. Copper. I was like, I need something. Yeah. But yeah, I know I scheduled my stream for 9:30 Central Time, and oftentimes I won't even start till 10. But today I was like, I'm bored. Normally the reason I start later is because I'm hanging out with Oates, my wife. And you know, we're just like hanging out in bed or something, but she's out of town. So I'm just like, I'm listless. I don't know what to do. I'm like, what happens? Let's get some iron. Love getting ghosts too. Ooh, and ooh, that's good. Definitely need these guys. Right, we have a vampire sword, I forgot. I already have like 4 episodes recorded for Final Fantasy X, so I have all of next week's and next Monday's, and the Monday after, I mean. So I'm trying not to get overly ahead, which is a little silly, I guess, because I'm not really asking for any help. Ooh, they're having sex. They had sex. Now murder their baby. It's like, I guess I could just get as ahead as I want to, and nothing really bad would happen. But also, like, I'm not going to record early in the morning right before a stream. So, like, for example, Pikmin's done. We've got, like, multiple episodes to upload. I've already recorded episode 1 of the next Let's Play that comes after Pikmin. It's gonna be fun. I had a lot of fun with the first episode. Incentive GM. Oh, good morning. I was like, what is GM? Like, you're calling me a game master? Good to see you though, Incentive. How are you? I feel like I don't see you in the streams as much lately. You been good? The hoe would be a great to upgrade while in winter. Yeah, and that's why I was like, wait, there's not going to be a lot for me to do with the hoe. So we're doing that. My have a sleep ass just heard had sex murder the baby and thought, this is an average Sunday. I mean, hey, they literally had sex. They produced a baby and we killed it. So yeah. Super organized. Am I? I just like playing video games. But no, like I'm really enjoying Final Fantasy X, and I'm really excited to release a few episodes of it because I think something cool happens. Ooh, an almanac. Read to gain some farming experience. Well, we're already maxed in farming, so we will save that for the bookshop and see what we can get out of it. Can we get some iron? Thank you. I came here for iron. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the watering can as well. But that's already at least been upgraded once. So, but I'd like to get the hoe to gold, because then it can make squares. I think that's really handy when you're working around a sprinkler setup. Or beans. Oh, am I full? I am. Sure. I mean, I don't know why I bothered picking up the coffee bean, to be honest. I have hundreds. But we'll get rid of the sap anyway. And I should get the next bag. There's a thought. Let's upgrade our bag to 3. I also like that we're getting tons of coal. Lots of dust sprites. Wait, sex and babies in Final Fantasy X? Oh, crunchy crisps. What flavor? I do like potato chips quite a bit. I did not buy any when I went grocery shopping last week because I was like, you know what? I don't need them. And every single day I was like, man, I really wish I'd bought some. Which is good I didn't buy them because I probably would finish them in like 2 sittings. I have a self-control problem when it comes to chips. Well, I want to buy corn chips like Fritos. I haven't had those in a few years. Like, I always enjoy Fritos when I have them, yet I never want to buy them because I'm like, oh, I probably won't enjoy it. Like, no, I'll enjoy it. Ooh, that's a lot of crystals. Can we get a refined quartz just for fun? Nope, never can. Damn it, Bobby. I don't know if we saw the way up. Well, we've got a decent amount of... Oh, I guess a lot of that iron's not really from me. Or from today, I should say. We do need to go to the beach, though, and fish a squid. My hat. That's so cool. It's a mystery hat. You can't have it. Bockus. 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 Yeah. Let's go, mother lickers. Ooh, stuff. Pickled corn and pickled pumpkins. That'll sell for something. Definitely for something. Yeah, 500. Yum, yum. Powerful. Yeah, I'll add you in. And then we are off. Oh no, I need to put more stuff in there. I have 11 things. I mean, it's not going to make me a ton of money, but it's going to make more money than if I were to just sell the corn. So, yeah. Here we go. I've never been able to just use these willy-nilly because I never have enough. I'm the Riddler in blue. So it's really cool to just have kind of an abundance. Ooh, hey look, or whatever. I don't have a hoe right now. Badge. I don't think I've mastered fishing yet. No, I think I have. New record for Hallie's butt. Okay, I have. I need to do mining, foraging, and chombat. It is pronounced chombat, by the way, in case you weren't sure. I'm gonna go to the pier. There might be, bubbles. Albacore. Hallie's butt. No bubbles. But it is a bigger visual area, so if bubbles are to appear, I might see them. Playing with my left hand is hard. There we go. Got the treasure. Give me something good. A weapon and a diamond. Can't complain. Really can't complain about that. Oh, now that you say Riddler, I have well, Riddler by Nightwish stuck in my head. Salt and vinegar. I don't like those. My wife loves them. Every time she gets them, I try them. Some I like more than others, but I just typically don't like malt vinegar, like, at all. Even when we went to the UK, I tried it on my fish and my chips, I guess, and I was like, I just don't like that malt vinegar flavor. I wish I did, because it's in a lot of stuff. Whenever a recipe calls for it, or rice wine vinegar, I always have to go kind of, calm on it, so that I don't ruin the dish for me. So a lot of Asian dishes I make are toned down in the vinegar. Though with those, I don't have to as much because you cook it. But when it's just like dashed on top, like you see with fish and chips, I'm like, not for me. Got him. I'm sorry. I coughed so Baba Yaga just shouted. She's like, hi, bubbies. Hi, bubbies. Yeah. I've used my last piece of bait. Oh. So sad. She doesn't like when I sneeze, when I cough, when I hiccup. But if Oats does it, nothing. Nothing. So I guess I just bug her. Or maybe I'm at a certain frequency or pitch that bothers her. She very much favors her mother. Speaking of, Nothing. Oh, hey, Anthony Smith said hi in my video, too. I feel like Anthony is the ultimate lurker. Because you come in, you say hi, nothing else. But you're very polite, and I always appreciate that. I often wake up to being greeted hello from Anthony in videos. And it's something I look forward to in days. I love consistency, but I also love squid. Oh, more squid. I wonder what they sell for. I don't know. Bum. I mean, we can find out by going into our inventory, which is cool. Hallie's butt. Okay, Hallie's butts are $2.40. $25 for an albacore of the purple variety. What are you? You're not moving. Okay, now you are. What you say to me, mate? I can come over. Hallie's butt. I mean, I already got what I needed. But I like fishing. It's getting late cause the lights are low. I looked over, I was like, why do I see coffee beans? I was like, oh yeah, that's the point thing on my Twitch channel. I miss when Twitch was where I streamed because people did a lot of fun things with channel points. But now that I double stream, I feel like most people are on YouTube, which is probably for the best. I'll bring it to them. Probably for the best in terms of the YouTube channel. But you keep it, you butthole? But yeah, like, streaming on Twitch is always more fun. Stay hydrated. Heck yeah, you all do it too. I have breathed it in. Oopsies. Is this another squid? A replacement. Yeah, let's go. Haha. What does it say, by the way? A deep sea creature that can grow into enormous size. Kraken. Cracking these nuts. Oh. I did start early today, Jim. You want to fight about it? Actually, no, please don't threaten me again. I'm not sure if y'all knows, but sometimes Jim threatens to beat me up, and, like, it's scary. Good morning, Erica. You and Jim coming in at the same time. Yeah, I was laying around watching some Lords of the Fallen stream from Lobos. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start early. I normally, start later because I'm hanging out with Oats. But she's out of town. So I was like, well, might as well. Puppies! My pickled goods and yam juice. Who is making yam juice? Don't you laugh at me, Cinnamon. It's real. Jim threatens me. I've got screenshots to prove it. Yes, Jim and Erica, how are you doing today? I think it's somebody's birthday and I forgot who. I think it's, is it George? Teacher, fight! Teacher, fight! Oh no! But he teaches the older kids, which means he's stronger, right? Escargot. Exactly how it's pronounced. Thanks, Gus. Made me some pancakes. Thanks for purchasing your coop upgrade. Okay. When people say thank you, I just want to say okay. Because what else could make them more uncomfortable? It's like, I love you. Thank you. Wait. That would work? Really? My god. That's amazing. We don't even have to make... We've been literally trying to make a crab pot. That's what I've been making these iron bars for. Put this book away. Ashley, haven't seen you for a few weeks. How are you? Yeah, I don't think you were here last week. I guess now that I'm back to once a week, because we met during my spring break when it was like multiple days in a row. How you doing? Good to have you. How's the weather? I was hearing that it was pretty rough. I know the weather's actually been pretty rough where I am. I'm in Iowa, in the U.S., and it's raining, thundering, and everything. What am I doing, by the way? Make it a dance battle, then you don't have to worry about strength. Then I have to worry about dexterity, and my knees are bad. Erica, you're not helping. You're not helping here. Plus, I just bet you that Jim is like a dance master. Can't convince me otherwise. Jim, you're a dance master, aren't you? Admit it. I'll be honest with everybody. The addition of these big boxes might be the greatest addition. Just because it's amazing. It came from the sea, but it's still sharp. Dance Dance Revolution. Raining today. Wait, I don't think we called you anti-anything, Jim. I said you teach the olders. Did say that. That's what we in the kindergarten business call people above 5th grade. I know. So cool. So cool. I hope you're not anti-me. Rainy today. I mean, I do like the rain a lot, but I did go out yesterday and purchase, Erica knows this, I purchased a, whatchamacallit? Yep. I got I can do words, I swear, a lawnmower. An electric lawnmower. Because I don't want to have to fiddle with gasoline or oil. So we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it works well. I knew whatchamacallit. I mean, it was on sale. And so it was on sale, and I go to a place called Menards, which I don't know if they're big. I don't know if they're local to my area. I don't know. I think they're like they're not quite as big as Lowe's and Home Depot. That I know for sure. But they have a thing where they technically say, hey, everything is always 11% off, because anything you buy, whether it's a candy bar to a water heater, you could buy something for $10,000. You send in the rebate and you get 11% back in store credit. So that's kind of cool, I was able to snag this for $230 when it was normally $320, so it was quite a hefty discount. And I've been watching this one for a few months. I was like, there's gonna be a deal when summer starts to hit, and there was. And so my hope is that it's a good investment. Are they a national chain? I never heard of them in California or in Colorado. So maybe they're like, my guess is they're like a certain side of the country, kind of like how do I say it? Like Carl's Jr. is west, Artie's is east. Whilst I know they're the same company, it's still that idea. Checkers and rallies. Yeah. I don't know if they're like that or whatever. They're probably just expanding as they go as well. I don't actually know where Michigan is. Like, I'm so bad at geography. Like, I could not tell you where most states are. I used to, but then I stopped, doing anything with that. I stopped having to talk about it in school. So, like, why would I remember? It's the mitten state that does not help me. When I think of mittens, I think of Bernie Sanders now. So I think of Vermont. That's just where my brain goes. Because, well, memes. If anyone doesn't think of Bernie when you think of mittens, well, that's how your brain works. I don't know why I'm hoarding these things instead of just selling them. Oh, yes, because I would like to unscrew myself. Wow, I have a lot of tree sap stuff. Do you not teach the states to your kids? They're 5. No. Why would I teach 50 states to 5-year-olds? We're learning letters still. You know, we teach 26 letters. Well, double that because of capital and lowercase. Yeah, kindergarten's not about teaching mass memorization. It's about teaching practical things that the brain can latch onto, and we teach foundational things, essentially, is how it is. So, you know, number sense, letters, phonics, phonemic awareness, things like that. Because at the end of the day, knowing numbers 1 to 100 is infinitely more important than knowing the 50 states. I mean, I've been back at work. That week where I was streaming like 3 or 4 days in a row, Ashley, that was my spring break. It was just that week. So I've been back at work. Well, if you have a puzzle, sure. But it sounds like your teachers it wasn't part of your curriculum. Just, I think some kids will learn it. But again, when it comes to matters of import, no one will ever be able to argue with me that a child knowing their states is more important than number sense, letter sense, phonemic awareness, phonics, ability to extrapolate and understand what a word problem is asking them, knowing how to build reading comprehension both in literature and in mathematics, things like that. Yeah, that's not typical. It's amazing. But it's not typical. You were very much achieving above the typical student, which is awesome. But you cannot be used as oh, if you did it, other kids should, because, ooh, that's sports stuff. What do I get? What do I get? Hey, crab pots! We were trying to make those. I could open up the desert. Ugh. So 25, 35, 40, 42, 5. That'd be... We could unlock the desert, but it's like almost everything we have. Exactly. So we do have to memorize some things. I need my kids to memorize the letters, both capital and lowercase. I need them to memorize that you capitalize a name of a person, of an animal, of a place. I need them to memorize that. I need them to memorize what 0 to 10 looks like, because then they can create the teens and the 20s and everything. I need them to memorize the sounds that a letter says. I need them to memorize some of the rules of grammar, such as when we're using a short vowel versus a long vowel, which we do learn at the end of kindergarten. You know, there's a lot to memorize, but how you teach it, how you go about it really depends on, does it feel like memorization or does it feel more natural? Because at the end of the day, reading is just memorization. That's all reading is. Your brain has memorized what these letters do, and boom, you can read. Yeah, we've got to teach reading as early, at the latest, kindergarten, but it really should be approached, letter sense should be approached in preschool, or about age 4, 3.5 to 4. Yeah. Again, it's impressive to be able to do that, Eric. I'm not trying to sell you short. We just don't teach that. We teach the continents. Make it a point that my kids learn that America, when we say America, we typically mean the United States, but if we get technical, America, well, first of all, which one, North or South? And then, you know, what part of an America are you talking about? It's a good thing you turned up, miss. I've got a bit. Oh, it's the crab problem. Yeah, that's gross. Reading is probably the most important skill to learn. I would put it equal with basic math skills. I would say reading is equal with math skills because um, if you don't have basic number sense, you're going to be stopped by the most basic of activities, such as grocery shopping, managing any sort of bank account for yourself, and likely to go into debt because you don't understand what you spend versus what you have, things like that. So, but if I did have to pick one, like technically had to pick one, I would go with reading because it's just, it's everywhere. It's literally everything you do. Playing these video games is reading. Um, Going through a good chunk of your math text, especially as you get into further areas of math, requires reading. I mean, we do word problems in kindergarten, so we blend the two very quickly to say, look, this matters. Look how what you're learning in reading applies to what you're learning in math, and how you can't do that. You can't do your math without reading. So we do teach that there's a dependency, which I think is a good thing to do. Yeah, I know some of the capitals, but Hartford, Connecticut, because there's a song that they made us sing in 3rd grade, and I remember bits and pieces. Which I guess is neat. It's neat to know stuff, but it's not always mandatory. That's also reading two numbers and words. Again, job requires reading both letters and numbers. Yeah. Now, I will say when we say reading, we do obviously mean the alphabet. If we are saying reading numbers, that is number sense. So we in education we approach them as separate things. But yeah, the amount of reading you need to do for math, whether it's a word problem, whether it's understanding when we start adding letters or and things like that, whether it's just reading the directions in your math book. So like at the end of the day, you are not wrong, Ashley, that reading basically becomes the end all be all to the world. It becomes the opening door. It's what allows people to do really whatever they want. That's fair. My question is, when's the last time you ever actually had to know all 50 states as an adult? And when's the last time you had benefits from reading? I guarantee you the latter is the one that's going to win that argument any day. Yeah, so what's really neat, and I always explain this to parents quite often, is from kindergarten to 2nd grade, we're learning to read. But once you hit 3rd grade, and even a little bit in 1st grade, we're reading to learn, and that's where you make that transition. So it's something that is important for parents to understand, so they know. Okay, so you know, always hear being like, oh, their milestones, this and that. They could walk by this, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, what about their educational milestones? Can you talk about that? Do you know what they are? Do you know when they should be obtaining certain skills? Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. There are always ways around. I mean, there are ways around reading. Speech to text is a huge tool now, which is fantastic. I really think speech to text is fantastic for those with forms of dyslexia, with troubled vision, and other types of things. You know, I have certain students that is an accommodation for them. And likely will be up through high school just because of different things they have going on, different sets of challenges that in no way are their fault, but are something they have to live with. Yes, you can kind of work with dyslexia, quote unquote, work around it, but is that fair? No, no, it's not. So if we can help balance the field for people and say, hey, instead of working your butt off to read the most basic thing, how about you listen? And that raises comprehension in different ways. Letter grade is an important of making sure the child has the proper skills to comprehend. Yeah. And that's another thing I always talk to parents is like, hey, the grade is cool. but that's mostly for us adults. I always tell parents the grade is a reflection of how far your student got in kindergarten and how much they understood. Because in my kindergarten class, if you complete something and you showed to understand it, you get a full grade for it. Let's say there were 10 math problems, you get the first 3 wrong. Then after that, the next 7 are correct, you get a full grade because you showed to learn as you went. Now, if I see the inverse, I'll say, hey, something happened. And I'll say, hey, I'm going to give you like 20% to effectively scare the adult into paying attention and say, we need to do this again. Here's a video resource that I've made for you. Here's a different approach. Here's whatever resource I need to give. So that the student walks away understanding what they've just done. Because if they don't, there's no point in finishing work at all if you don't understand it, especially in these formative years. I know this applies to higher grades, but right now what we're teaching, in kindergarten is the basics for literally everything. So that's why it's like, okay, you've got to walk away understanding. You can walk away from your chemistry class in high school not understanding molarity, and you'll be fine so long as you don't want to be a chemist. You can't walk away not understanding how to make 10. Things like that. So, just fun stuff that teachers have to think about. There's a lot of what we do in the background that I wish people would ask more questions about. Oh no, they've been growing for a long time. It's not just been the last 150, or after that. Schools have changed. I mean, schools are different now than they were when I was in school. Schools were different when I was in school than when my parents were, so on and so forth. What you're seeing is, hopefully, we're figuring out things that actually work. Because a lot of teaching is experimentation. It's, we believe this works, or this has worked for someone in the past. Let's see if it works for this group. I bet you do, Jim. I bet you do. Damn sandwiches. Gosh. Yeah, I know. I just, since I teach, I want it to be completely clear that we've been making progress. But here's the thing. There's a very strong chance based off of, what we've seen over the last decades and decades, is that what we're doing today, what I'm doing today, will find flaws and faults in it in 10 to 20 years. And if I'm still teaching, I'll have to figure that out or be taught that through continual education and change my practice. Because that's what it is. Teaching is the same as medical. You continue to go to school. You continue to take continual learning classes, continual education. It is mandated in the United States for teachers. It's mandated in the United States for medical professionals. You have to keep up with what changes. Dumb question, do your students have to get a certain level to graduate from kindergarten, or is it once they reach the max age? It's a combo. That's actually not a dumb question at all. It's a very good one. So unless a teacher, a principal, or a parent suggests retention, so holding the kid back, they will just move forward. And if a student is a good candidate for retention, is a very hard conversation. Let's say a student gets 40% in all their classes, and they're behind, and they failed because they didn't do the work. They're probably not a good candidate for retention and will just go to the next grade and then be offered support classes to shore up what they miss, which means, okay, you're in the general education class in first grade, but you need kindergarten education. So X amount of time per day, you're going to be pulled aside to do kindergarten level math or kindergarten level reading to shore up those skills that you've clearly missed. Now, if a student was struggling, but they were putting in the time, but they were just really struggling to understand the content, but they still got a 40%, they are a better candidate for retention. There was somebody named Dr. Light, yes, like Mega Man, and we use something called the Light's retention scale. And there are multiple factors which help us, scientifically proven, to suggest if a student is a great candidate, a good candidate, a fair candidate, or a bad candidate. There are multiple factors that determine if one is good or not. Believe it or not, if someone has a learning disability, they are not as good of a candidate for retention. If somebody is a girl, they're not as good of a candidate for retention. If somebody has multiple older siblings, they're also not as good of a candidate. And there's scientific rationale behind all that. I know a lot of people don't like when decisions are made off of gender alone, but there is merit to it, especially in the younger ages, where we see stark developmental differences on the vast majority, where parts of bodies, especially the brain, matures at a different age, at a different rate, based off of the biological sex of the child. I'm going to place these things down, by the way. But, I mean, if the child has emotional problems or challenges, that actually makes them a poorer candidate for retention as well. So it's a very complex system of retention. In my time of teaching for 4 years, this is my 4th year, I'm actually recommending 1 student for retention this year, and I've done it twice before, because typically it's the negatives can often outweigh the benefits, is what we're going at here. There's a difference between biological and psychological physiological development, and there's also levels in their brains. I'm not as knowledgeable of hormonal stuff in young children. I am knowledgeable of the typical milestone growth. Like, we do know that girls typically develop maturity earlier than boys. And I just noticed I'm behind the stream. Oh, sorry. And again, this is not always the case. So sometimes you will say, hey, even though they meet this particular thing to be claimed as not a good candidate, we still believe they are because of other things. You know, we're looking at, I think it's like 35 data points for the lights retention scale to see, hey, are you a good candidate? And so it's really cool that way. And you could actually completely bomb the lights retention scale. Like, you could get a score that says you are a terrible candidate for retention, but your principal and your teacher might still say, yeah, we disagree. From knowing you as a person, we think it's the right call for you. And so that's the cool thing, is it's not the end all be all. It's just it's one data point. And teachers, like scientists, thrive off data. We get as much of it as we can so that we can make the best decisions possible for our students. It's really neat coming from a science background and being like, wow, I feel like I use the scientific method more as a teacher than I did in the physics department. Because you're dealing with real people, real problems, real people that need real solutions. Kind of thing. It's such a neat and fascinating field to be in, especially since it's still constantly evolving. But there's, let me see. That's the whole point, is absolutely make it. Yeah, a big goal in science, and you'll see this more in physics than others, because some, like, biology is about discovery quite often, but in physics it's like, hey, I have an idea, but I want to see if I can prove it wrong. And that's what you do. Only knowledge was from the America's show and films, which make it seem common and easy. No, I mean, I think it used to be easier, but I honestly don't know. But retention is not ideal. So it's very typically, especially as a student gets older, like, if you're going to retain, you can do it in kindergarten, that's great. Like, for instance, what is the age of the child? Kindergarten is 0 points. The higher the score, the worse candidate you are deemed for retention. So kindergarten, you're 0 points. 2nd grade, you're 2 points. 5th grade, you're 5 points. Anytime you get a 5-point score on the lights retention scale, that regardless of your overall score, a 5-point anything is a red flag of, this has to be looked at, because that means severity. Because we have to look at, well, what is the social implication on the child for being retained? What is the emotional impact on the student for being retained? Because we know that a student that is unhappy is less likely to succeed. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We have to look at so many different aspects, and that's why retention is always looked at on a case-by-case basis. And it's never a dumb question. But I had a parent who's like, hey, I want my student to be retained. And I was like, no. And they're like, why? I was like, because that's not the right call for your student. They're like, well, what is? I was like, N2I program. They're like, what is that? I was like, well, it's for children with special needs that have proven to not be successful and are likely to be unsuccessful in the general education. So we get them into a specialized classroom that is made for students with special needs and developmental delays. It's far more visual and manipulative based. And I was like, so you could be a 5th grader in the N2I program doing kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade work, because your grade doesn't matter at that point. It's what content level do you need. Well, there's always a delay in streams to some degree. You can either try pulling the bar or hitting the refresh button, but there's always gonna be some delay. Paste a fresh sardine. Gonna rub sard. Did you change? Oh, for your gout. For your gout? Are you gonna rub it on it? Gonna rub sardine paste on your toe? But yeah, so I had one student, I had 2 students, they were twins. One was doing really well, the other one was not. And so we actually ended up retaining one of the twins, and that was the hardest retention conversation because, you know, at the end of the day, it has to be approved by our principal. And she was like, they're twins. This is going to be really hard on her. And for the first, we ended up doing it, but for the first 3 months of 2nd round of kindergarten, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Why is my sister in 1st grade and I'm not? What's wrong with me? It was so hard and it was so sad. But she ended up doing really well because even though that one area proved to be a very big challenge, the rest of things were like, you really need this. And she did so well. And now this year she's in 1st grade. She's done incredibly well. She needed that year because she was developing slower than her sister. You often see that in twins, actually, where they develop at different rates. And parents are like, oh, they're twins. They should be the same. They look the same. They are different people. Stop telling twins they're the same person. If one teacher holds back a lot of students, is there something in place that has the teacher to be looked into? At the end of the day, that's looking at the principal, because a teacher can only suggest retention. A principal is the one that approves it. If a teacher is requesting a lot of holdbacks, you might wonder why. But if a teacher is requesting retention, that suggests they care a lot. That suggests they're paying attention. You do see, you know, like, oh, a lot of retention in some areas where, oh, well, why is this teacher doing such a bad job? Oh, well, they have 35 kids when the legal norm is 25, and they have almost little to no resources, so they are constantly struggling to give the kids the education they actually deserve. So it's more to look at than just the teacher. But yes, teachers are graded. Teachers are scouted and checked on, you know. Some is through state testing, some is through observation by the principal, but a lot of that does rest on the principal to see these things, to observe these things, to figure out if their staff is doing a good job or not. I get reviews every year. I have normal monthly check-ins as well to make sure that I'm not only following state protocols, but also just does my supervisor think I'm doing a good job as a teacher? You know, they watch my live lessons. They watch the videos, the asynchronous videos that I make and send out to families. They check in on the status of my students in RTI, which is response to intervention. They see like what kind of growth are they making in those. So it's constant. And yeah, children can be incredibly critical of themselves, and that's something we have to look out for. Because I know people say, oh, children need to toughen up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're children, man. They need to be children as well. Because oftentimes I hear people like that bitch and moan like, my dad punched me and I'm fine. I was like, no, because you also punched your child. So you're not fine. You know, it's one of those things of just because something bad happened to you doesn't mean something bad should happen to somebody else. Heaven forbid we try to make somebody's life better. Now, are there instances where we over baby kids? Of course. Like if a kid gets hit in the face with a ball and they freak the fuck out, should you freak the fuck out with them? No. Just stand there and be like, oh man, that hit you in the face. That's crazy. And if they continue to cry or they're bleeding, then you need to worry about it. But if your reaction is calm, they'll usually be like, oh. Like, you know, throw a ball, hits the kid in the face. He's like, oh, my face, oh my God. Like, hold on, man, we got to do this again. Hold on, here, I'm throwing the ball again, catch. And he's like, oh, okay. Very common that they're actually perfectly fine. My class size was like maybe 15 due to multiple students leaving, so our teacher had to basically adapt. That's amazing. Oh, that's lovely, Ark. I'd kill for a 15 class size. Would murder. I wouldn't actually. But small class size is ideal. I wouldn't want to go smaller than 15. I think 10 is awkward. But I would never want to go above 25. And this is for the in-person model, of course. Yeah, strict versus firm, very different. Coddling versus caring, different, you know? But at the end of the day, you know, there's no one way that's right. So I might disagree with certain approaches, but it doesn't make them wrong. It just means it's not my preference kind of thing, you know? There are, I would say, wrong ways to do things. Like, don't beat your kids. I think it's really funny in a dark way that's like, oh, you hit somebody? You're going to jail. Wait. They were only 6 years old? Ah, you're just being a good parent. Like, yeah, slap their hand if they're going to touch the electrical socket with a fork or a hot stove. Give them a quick swat on the butt, like a little... something that moves them but doesn't actually hurt them. The idea is to move the body to get their attention, not to cause actual pain. But they're just people that wail on their kids. Like me. I got hit with a boat paddle. And mind you, I've always been a skinny kid, so there was no butt padding there. There was just bones. I got spanked with a boat paddle. A full-on oar. Was that okay? No, it wasn't. Because it hurt the bone. You shouldn't bruise your child's bone. Did my dad apologize for that as I got older? Yes. Did he admit that he had done things wrong? Yes. Did he admit that he wasn't a perfect father? Yes. Was it still wrong? Yes. You know, there are ways to punish your child that are not going to make them hate you. Not going to make physical harm happen. I'm not going to say don't spank your kids. I'm going to say don't hit your kids. Yeah, I mean, it took until I was like 30, but to be fair, I also went no contact on him for a while, so I fucking showed him real fast. I was like, you know, I can just disconnect, man. He didn't like that. He got real sad. His wife was like, your dad's miserable. I was like, not my problem. Not my problem. Now I think he's great. Now I think he's fantastic. Because he'll actually talk to me like a person. Whilst my mom is still like, baby. I'm like, fuck off. No. Like, I'm 34. I own a house. Granted, I'm not a perfect homeowner, but like, I saw, she's in like California, I'm in Iowa. I see it's really cold. Make sure you turn on your heater. Like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, I get it. You're probably just trying to make conversation, but like, that's your conversation? Because then there's nothing after that. Like, say hi. Say hi, it's fine. Don't tell me I need to turn on the heater when it's -12 outside. I'm aware. And it's insulting. It's just insulting and annoying. I did buy a lawnmower. That's like I am the mature homeowner. I bought a lawnmower. Electric, mind you. So I'm not going to be putting out emissions. I want to re-explore this. I want to see that new area again, fight those new things, see if there are new drops. Well, the thing is my mom will try to baby me, and it's just like, bruh, stop. The fact that you didn't do that when I was a kid and now you want to as an adult makes it all the more weird. Like, she's trying to make up for basically being quasi-absent, and I'm like, not taking it well. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Good to see ya. Growing up, we had a few rules and implemented routines. When I moved in with my sister at 12, there were lots of rules and routines put in place. For me, I hated them. I'm throwing them out and I still follow them. Yeah. A lot of things are just there to help you. A lot of things are going to help you out. But again, don't beat your children. Again, you need to swat them on the butt. I say this, move their body, don't hurt their body. You know, like, physically make their body move. Like, you basically... You kind of just push them. I'm basically advocating to push your kids. Ew, woodcutter's weekly. Ooh, foraging experience. I'm not maxed out in that. Let's read it. Okay, we didn't level up, but I'd be so curious to get the EXP bar mod back. So that we could see how much we actually get. You can't really make up for it. She thinks she can. And, you know, I'm currently of the mind of, hey, you've never once apologized. You've never admitted that what you did was wrong, except for when I've said this is what you did wrong and you've gotten angry and go, fine, I'm sorry. That's not being sorry. Apologizing is, I don't need to prompt it. And that's my thing. Until I get an apology that's unprompted by me, I'm probably going to hold on to a little animosity. More so, I'm just not going to go out of my way because I'm the generation that learned that family is what you make. It's the people that were there for you, the people that care about you, the people that put in the time and effort. I love my mom. I don't like her that much. Don't smack, just push him. Yeah, push him. Why are we talking about Pokemon, Erica? Yeah. So that's the thing, if you push them, they're going to be like, what the hell, I just moved? Like, they notice that they changed location. And it's weird. You know, kids are smart. And then it gets their attention. They're like, oh, guess I shouldn't do whatever I just did. Oh. Oh, I've got one to use. These buns are strange. Jeez, that is not as much healing as I'm hoping for. Solomon. Yeah. And they talk to you about it, and that's important. It's not going to cure everything, but it's sure going to make you feel, probably make you feel a whole lot better about the situation. I'd much rather learn, oh, I couldn't overcome my depression, and that's why I failed you. Rather than, I did my best. Okay? You don't know what it's like. Yeah, and you don't know what it's like to be a child in the situation that you created. So, like, we're even? Like, but I was a child, therefore your excuses fall away. I'm always going to be that person. It's like, hey, you had the kid, you kept it, you didn't give it up for adoption or anything. You took the responsibility. Do it. Do the job. End of discussion. It's done. Swat Alexander for a couple of things, like running in the street and collapsing on the floor. Yeah. Now we're on the option. Now we're the option left or the best thing. Yeah. And the thing is, as a kid, you don't know that, but you deserve to be told I think we deserve as kids to be given understanding of why our situation sucked. My mom hasn't done that. And again, whenever I approach it, she just gets angry. Like I'm doing something wrong for saying, hey, this is what I experienced. And as a child, I had no idea what was going on, and I wish I would. But still to this day, I don't know why. I just know that she was really into horses. So instead of a mom, I just would go off, fucking ride her horses at night. You know, work all day. Great. Yeah. She gave us food. She gave us oh my God. She gave us the stuff we needed. No doubt about that. Like, I had more than I needed. I had video games and shit. That was awesome. But again, at the end of the day, it would be nice to just have some fucking dinner. that I didn't have to microwave or, you know, whatever. My biggest memories of my mom are her, you know, horse riding. That's my memories, her horseback riding. Always been told that apologies should be specific and not general. Exactly. I want to know why you're sorry. Because then that tells me you've thought about it. Tells me it's affected you. Because apology, you can't apologize if it doesn't bother you. Like if I punch someone in the face and I'm glad about it, what's an apology mean? Nothing. I just punched him in the face. It felt great. Yeah, it's guilt shaming, and I don't put up with that crap. I also have no fucking health, so I'm gonna run away. How do we always end up having these serious conversations during a relaxing Stardew Valley stream? This is why I'm not a big streamer. Because instead of just being like, ooh, 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 or whatever. Who did I punch? I've not punched anybody since middle school? But I was a bully back then, so I ended up apologizing during high school years later. I did kick somebody as an adult. I'm sorry, Jim. As usual, you're in the minority because other people keep bringing this up. Yeah, I mean, you can do wrong as a parent, and you're allowed to apologize. But no, I think this was during my Radiata stories. Like, no, maybe before that. I don't know. So there was I was going to Del Taco, and I had parked across. So there was like this. What do you call it when there's a whole bunch of shops in the same, a shopping center? So there's a shopping center that on this side of the main section of driving, there was like Del Taco and Applebee's, and the other side was Home Depot. I parked on the Home Depot side because there was no one else there, and I went to Del Taco, and I was bringing my food back to my car. Not a strip mall, just a shopping center. Maybe they're the same thing, I don't know. And a guy with a knife tried to rob me. And I was in my mid-20s, so I was still, and I was been going to the gym. I was in decent shape, like I felt good, my joints didn't hurt, all that good stuff. The guy came out with a knife, and I'll be honest with you, he was really fat and looked really uncoordinated. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was just thinking in my head, I was like, he looks really slow. And so he's like, give me your money, and I was like, not doing that. Like, what? Like, he got confused. You know, I guess you have a knife, you expect people to listen. I was like, I'm not doing that. He's like, I'll stab you. I was like, you probably won't. And so he lunged at me. He tried to stab me. But I just, like, casually moved to the side. I'm not saying I was fast. I'm saying he lived up to my expectations. He was very slow. And I just moved to the side. And I kicked the back of his knee. So he fell. And then, because I grew up watching professional wrestling, I've been doing the shuffle kick my whole life. Sweet chin music, super kick, whatever you know it as. Took a step back, lunged forward, kicked him in the head. Got into my truck, drove away. Not my truck, my car. My Nissan Versa hatchback. And just drove away. That was it. That's the last time I hit somebody. That's before I met Oates. So yeah, that's I guess not a punch, but like I did not apologize for that because I got attacked technically. Here's the thing. Had he been one of those agile big guys, I'd be dead. So it was a very stupid move of me to do. That I probably shouldn't have done. But hey, I did anyways. Well, I mean, here we are. You know, I'm not dead, am I? I was like that with Baba Yaga last night, actually. I was petting her, and as I did, she like hissed at me. It made me sad. And then she started giving me kisses, so I was like, oh, okay, we're good. And she hissed at me again, and I was like, don't kiss me! And I just got mad, and I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. As a Brit, you might have apologized. I mean, I feel like culturally I am British. Oh my god! Guys just giving me shrimps? Thanks, guys. Because, like, I'll bump into somebody and I apologize. Like, oh, I'm sorry. They're like, oh, it's okay. Like, I'm the awkward type. I just look down the whole time when I'm out in public. Plum pudding. Wait, what's happening at 2 o'clock? Ice Festival. Ooh, our Canadian. Or Arizonian. Just kidding. What's up, Dexter? We're doing whale. How are you doing, Dex? Hello there, Oats. So you're for... Shut up, Pierre. Get out of my house. Don't like Pierre. George just sending me rocks. That's cool, man. Can I smoke shrimp? Yes. Pickled corn. Is that a thing? Oh, Dexter, I just learned I won't have a car when I come to Arizona, so apparently we're Ubering when we go places, so sorry. That sucks. Did I use all of it already? Wow. Greetings, strange ones. Hey, Patty's Rick, how you doing, man? I mean, but like, do people pickle corn? Like, just because you can, like, is it a thing that happens, though? So I know you can pickle pig's feet, I know that. Sell them at the store. I know you can pickle everything, but I'm just asking, like, you can technically put chili sauce in your eyeballs, but should you? I mean, could we argue that bread's already pickled because it's fermented? If it's sourdough? Is that just baked pickles? It's there you go. Sourdough is baked pickles. Suck it, nerds. Gotcha. Can you pickle a pickle? That's the hard one, right? Can you pickle what is already pickled, or does it just stay the same? Yes, you have to register him for school. Crystal. That's why. Crystal. Oh crap, what is your name on here? There, I'm just gonna message it to Patrick because he just uses his name on Discord. So Patrick, I messaged you our school's email, or our school's website. It should have the registration info on there. So I believe registration's open already. A twice pickled pickle? Twice baked potato. You can deep fat fry a pickle. That I've never had, but no, I've had that. I've had pickle chips. Double pickles, pickle squared. Pickle squared, I like how that sounds. So yeah, so Patrick, you do have to have, like, you know, the immunization records, all that birth certificate stuff. So same way you do for any school. You'll just stay home, which is kind of nice. But kind of nice, I mean, it's amazing. Ooh, pickled onion. Dude, I miss Scotland. Their lamb was phenomenal. Right, Casey. I'm like, who the fuck is that? The pickle philosophy. Hey, Jim, is this a better style of conversation for grading? What can you and can you not pickle? Let us know if that helps with grading papers, Jim. Fried, I think I've had a fried Snickers. And that was pretty darn tasty. Like, I was watching a, I haven't streamed for a while though, okay? I'm allowed to forget things. So pickling is a specific process. Which means if something's already pickled, it can't have that happen again. So, ergo, you can't pickle a pickle. Laptop's fine. Chromebook's fine. It cannot be done on a tablet. Some things can be done on a tablet, but not everything will function, so we just say don't rely on it. I'm gonna turn you into seeds. I don't think you can de-pickle them. Yeah, a laptop is probably the most recommended, I would say, because it gives them mobility. You know, you'll want to change rooms and things like that. Pickled cabbage, you mean kimchi?
Fermented.
The acidity is permanent. All right, everybody, time to science up how to de-acidify something so we can prove Erica wrong, because they're not allowed to be right in this chat. That's right, Erica. We're taking you down! This is Skyrim and you're the Stormcloaks. The Empire's gonna take you down! So I just really like that line, even though I hate the Imperials. Soak it in lie. Why do we have to lie down for this? Or beat us honest? You cannot reverse pick Patrick. We're gonna take you down also, man. Well, burst out the laptop. Pepper pop. Oh, I hadn't made pepper poppers in years. Doesn't have to be a crazy laptop. It needs to be able to run Google Chrome. Literally what you needed to do. Oh, hop to it. But yes, please have a laptop before school starts. Amount of people that sign up for an online school and they say, I don't have a computer. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you here then? Or you'll hear the worst thing is, oh, I don't think we'll be able to get computers. I'm like, then what are you doing? It blows my face off, some of the things I hear. Perfect, we'll be looking into a laptop. Yeah. Both sides suck in my opinion for Skyrim. Oh yeah, the whole arc, I mean, I'm for that storytelling. I think it can tell great stories to show groups of people rising up, yada yada. Especially since the Imperials are in the wrong, technically, because they're invading. They're basically a Roman Empire. But I think we know that the content of the Civil War in Skyrim was drastically cut, which is really unfortunate, because I think it had great potential. And could have been a really phenomenal, full-on, just as good as the main story quest, which the main story is, like, it's fine. Echo Gravity. What up, man? I'm used to talking to your wife. How are you doing? You know nothing of Skyrim except the meme? Yes, you took an arrow to the knee. I keep wanting to Let's Play Skyrim, but then I remember that I get bored of it, so I don't. I really think I should start recording a Skyrim Let's Play. And just, like, record it whenever I feel like it. And start to release it when I have at least 20 videos out. I think that'd be fun. Echo, how you doing, man? I mean, India was owned by England for a long time, doesn't give them the right to be there. That's the same argument as like United States and Native Americans, so I really don't want to go into that conversation right now because I hate the idea of taking stuff away from original people. Wow, the school's already called us back. What? What? People are enrollments there on Sunday? Crazy. Tell them the kindergarten teacher says what's up. Don't tell them that. They probably don't know who I am. I'm gonna say something really crude because I think speaking this way sounds funny sometimes, but this bitch likes tea. I'm gonna give her some tea. For her birthday. She loves fish tacos too? This is why Caroline should be marryable. There should be a quest to get her to divorce Pierre and marry you because she likes tea and tacos. By the way, you know how British Eagle likes to talk about being British? Does he ever talk about drinking tea? The answer is no, he doesn't, because he's a composer. Hawaii as well. Yeah, but I was thinking, I guess, I was thinking the indigenous peoples of like the main continent. But yes, same thing to Hawaii. Oates and I were just talking about the other day, and I was just like, why the fuck is it a state? And a quest to overthrow Lewis. Mods? Modders? Modders, you there? Modders, you there? I've got 2 major quest lines for you to do. Also, rock candy. Yada-da-da-dum. Yada-da-dum. Apparently, the time of between picking up something and picking up the actual crab pot has been increased. Mountain? Mountain what? Do faster. Copper. Yeah, see, man. Should probably take down these trees. No, it's just called rock candy. And it's like a super mining buff food. I remember right, it gives you like a ton of magnetism and stuff. Can I make it? No, it's not craftable. Mountain Pierre's head on a wall, am I right? Whew, we're not going to jail. Jim, we were talking about amazing things. We were even like, Jim, is this better? Did you miss the whole pickle conversation, Jim? I mean, I'm the only kindergarten teacher. Well, actually, I was told that I might get a partner next year. But no matter what, I would get him over. So, Jim, we had an entire conversation on pickles. And I'm sorry you missed that because it was amazing. It was phenomenal, in fact. I literally was even like, Jim, are you there? Talking about pickles now. We're trying to like look into the philosophy of pickling, Jim. Because someone said you can pickle anything. And I was like, can you pickle a pickle? Don't think you can, because it's already pickled. Pickling's a process. You can't pickle what's already pickled. And pickle's really fun to say, especially when you go pickle. It's pickle, Jim! Can you unpickle a pickle just to pickle it again? Yeah, can you reverse the pickling process? Come on, Jim, you work at a university. Oh, we made pickled corn, and that's what prompted. I was like, does anybody actually pickle corn? It was very game related. Because we made pickled corn, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I thought it would make corn juice, which would also be weird, but it's also what canned corn sits in, so it's less weird. Planted corn yesterday, like in real life? Like in real life, Jimothy? Or in Stardew Valley? Dude, I still can't wait for Coral Island to get its 1.1 update. Play the shit out of that game. I bought Sunhaven, by the way. I need you all to see this. I bought Sunhaven. Wait, I don't have that there. I bought Sunhaven. It's like Stardew with RPG elements. Like there's like skill trees and there's lightning bolts. And you can apparently water your crops by conjuring storm clouds. Very positive reviews out of 14,000. 14,000 people to give it a very positive review. Do you realize how rare that is on Steam? It's been on my wish list for a long time. Yeah, more magical Stardew. So I've seen some negative comments like, "Oh, they keep releasing DLC visual stuff." I'm like, then don't buy the visual stuff. Like, you're fine. Like, is there one I really want? Which one was it? There was a mushroom-based one. So of course I was like, whoa, here it goes. Like, do I want this for the hat? Do I want to ride around on a giant frog and have all these cute mushies? Of course, but I'm not paying $5 for it, so I'll just say, hey, I bought the game because its original stuff looked really good. So I'm fine. People that bitch and moan about cosmetic DLC baffles me. Baffles me. I come in and Dexter's like, yes, you do want that. We need a week off. So I bought it and I played it for like 60 minutes. I did 2 days and I was like, wow, this is fun. I played as a Naga, someone with a snake tail instead of legs. There is specific dialogue for the race you choose. You can be a human, an elf, an angel, a demon, an elemental, and a Naga. What? Jim? Like seriously? I guess? Well, I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm not gonna enter my credit card stuff on stream. But Jim, thank you. I will buy that, I promise. So when we end up playing that game, we'll have mushies. Oh, Jim, thank you. That's so kind of you. I don't allow Steam to save my credit card information, so I would have to like enter it in, and I don't trust that shenanigans. I'll buy it later. I will buy it, Jim. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. You silly. And that's the thing. I only played 2 days. I was like, is this something I'd want to stream? Yes, it is. Yes, it is something I'd want to stream.
You go buy that mushroom pack right now, sir.
Wow, she sounded so assertive. You put the right words together to put her into mom mode. I could name myself Jim, you're right. Jim, do you want to be our main character? What am I doing, by the way? Wait, isn't today the fishing thing? Did I miss it? I think I missed it. Oops. Yeah, she did the right tone. But Jim said it was okay for me to wait until post-stream. Oh, good. It's tomorrow. What is this? Squid Fest? I guess it's like the Trout Fest, but with squid? Yeah, I think it would be a great one. There's still so much to explore. Your name is on his paperwork, and they said the next couple days should be enrolled. You enrolled him for next year, right? I mean, yeah, the enrollment for this term is already over. Very good. I will officially be Crystal and Patrick's child's kindergarten teacher. I was like, how do I put these words together? I hear you, Bucket. I'll be right back. All right, let's get you just one. Anybody want some mealworms and crickets and grasshoppers? No, fine, I'll give them a bucket then. Ready. Buddy. Obey the lady voice. You okay? Yeah, she was just moving. You teach a course in Stardew Valley mechanics? I wish. First day of school is that early? I didn't even sent out the there we go. Jesus, it is the 6th of August. That's so early. Oh wait, Arizona starts early, I forgot. No, she was just moving around. And so I like to refill her food when I know she's active. Then she's more likely to eat it. Ooh, pretty butterfly. Nice. There are times though where she's basically asking for food. She goes into her bowl and just like smacks it to make a ton of noise if it's empty. And I'm like, girl, sorry, mine it. We typically suggest Chromebooks because they're cheap. They're not the best, but they're cheap. They will work. They will require more patience because, you know, it's going to run slower. So if you can afford a computer that will work faster, you know, less wait time between transitions and everything, that could benefit Alex. But again, it's really just going through Google, like being on Google. That's what you'll be doing. You'll be on a website. So, yeah. I don't like Chromebooks, though. I think they're weird. You can't save things to desktop. They have a lot of limitations. They're not Windows. I went to get some work done on my car yesterday, and there was a butterfly trapped in the garage. Trapped or getting a free education in mechanics? Oh, did they talk to you about what our school does? What, you didn't trust me to ask somebody else questions? I'm actually curious. What did they tell you? I have never heard the enrollment side of things, so I'm curious. We're going to call it an early day, so we can do the fishing festival, the model. My wife texted me. Why is my wife not texting me? Who is this? Who are you? Unmotivated slacker commented on Pikmin 7. Be nice to the swooping snitch bugs. If they bury your Pikmin, then they can't die. Big brain strats. Not wrong. Also, with a large group of Pikmin, you can swarm the backside of the big boys when they're asleep for some fast wins. It's much faster than tossing on the back. The GameCube version has a glitch where they can crush Pikmin through the ground mid-death animation, so the tossing is less risky, but slower. Whoa! Ashley, thanks for being here. Enjoy your time with your friend, and hopefully we get to see you again in the future. Was that the mechanic after it emerged from a cocoon? Aw, poor butterfly. It wanted out. You should have been like, I'm not paying my bill until that butterfly is released from your captive nature. And they'd be like, oh shit, we got caught. Man, what are you, some kind of butterfly activist? And then you get into a fight. Vegetable melody. Very cool. Are you done? No. How many hours a week do you expect him to work? How often classes they talked about? But Daryl, Oh yeah, we do the Kiwi thing now, don't we? That started this year. I don't have access to it. Kids get more than I do. I want Kiwi at home too. I'm gonna request it this year, see if they'll give it to me. The tutoring they offer. Oh yeah, I mean that. I don't like that they word it that way. We have RTI and WIN programs for kids that have direct need for it. I do believe Alex will qualify for probably the WIN program just based off of an IEP alone. But obviously we'll have a meeting that I'll be at to discuss specific accommodations, how their current IEP will adapt to the online setting, yada yada. I need to milk things. We're gonna get goat's milk. Oh, I need to buy a duck and upgrade my hoose. I'm just milking everybody. Cold Brew and Erica, thanks for the milk. Normal Joe and Alex, thanks for the milk. Ah, my nose, it just... Ah! Oh, is it big? It's big milk. Well, fine, I'll make goat's milk. Can't stop me now. Can't stop, won't stop. Random question, who here likes the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Whenever I hear can't stop, I just think of them. Even if it's not the right lyric, it's... Like, I think they're fun. They're fine. I don't listen to them really, but, like, they're fine. Oh, do you have to buy it? Fishing festival. Can we get our thing back today? So you do like them? Do you dream of Californication a lot? I call that now. The festival of frozen water has begun. Dude, Marnie, there's a festival going on outside your house. Get the heck out. Ooh, what we got? Cave Patrol. Bet you I can scare these birds. Ah! Got him. I like how I just left the big bear there. I'm like, I don't want you. Bobby. Where it says, does he have an IEP? Do we put yes or no since he hasn't been enrolled? Does he have an IEP? Like, does he have an actual IEP, or if it has been said, like, oh, he should have one? Like, has one been actually written up, and do you have paperwork on it? If the answer is yes, hit yes, and then you will submit that work. Those records. It'll go to our vet department, and they will start looking through it. We've had a real influx of IEP students over the last 2 years because people are learning that our school can actually do a good job with them. It's cool, but also kind of overwhelming. Then yes, put that you do have an IEP form. Individualized education plan. It's for students that have needs for accommodation, which could be anything between more breaks to reductions of coursework to speech therapy, all kinds of stuff. It's really fantastic. It's how we individualize education for students. Sorry there's no food. Damn it, Gus. Rely on you for this sort of thing. Jim, can you make kebabs? Please? Well, that's pretty. I never noticed this down here. Or I don't remember it. Igloo buildings and art I picked up from the tundra dwellers who live beyond the frozen sea. I don't have a grill either. My neighbors are out of town and they have a grill. He was like, you can use the grill if you want to. And I was like, nope, I'm not burning your house down. I mean, that's just something you can do. And that's the neat thing is a lot of the IEP, or some of the normal IEP stuff, you can just do. Like, but you know, like we'll possibly give permission to scribe for long writing sections. Is this a new event? 1.0? No, this has been in the game forever. But later on in this week, there is something that's new to the 1.6, which is the Squid Fest. Now we had a rainbow fest in the igloo. Yeah, it might be actually. I don't remember it. But there will be the Squid Fest, which I'm gonna assume is gonna be like the Rainbow Trout Fest, where we some of the trout we caught had tickets, and we turned in those tickets for some cool items, like our first tent. That's pretty cool. So he won't have that because we don't do state testing until 3rd grade, but he'll likely have an IEP his entire schooling career, and so it will be adapted. You'll have a new meeting every year to update it. I think the wizard's like, please block these fools from me. Everyone's too close to my house. Rasmodius. I don't know why Rasmodius' name makes me want to like turn him into a funk music man. Ooh, they've changed the fish you can catch here. I wonder if I get to keep them. Oh, hey, sails. I know it's just. Ooh, you like it more. Meow. Okay. I like my ducky, but I'm going to look and see what other bobbers we have now since we have caught more fish. And I believe you unlock bobbers through different, catching more unique fish. I feel bad for people that are like, I hate the fishing in Stardew, and the creators is like, I'm gonna add 2 new fishing events in the game. Ah! Scared me. So I just want everyone to know, Pikmin is done for recording. I think I've been done with Pikmin since like the upload of episode 2. It was such a good game. I couldn't put it down. I didn't want to say that I was done though, because sometimes people get like discouraged to like watch it or comment when it's done early, because they're like, oh, it's not gonna help. It's like, but I'm gonna play Pikmin again. So all these comments of you can do this, you can do this, I'm like, ooh, that's gonna make my next playthrough better. And by that I mean I'm already playing it for my 2nd time, utilizing a lot of the tips people are giving me, and it's so good. Oh, my foot's cold. Oh wait, no. Oh no, do I not get to go to the mart? Oh no! What'd I miss out on then? Let's see. Stardew Fishing Festival. What's this thing called? What's this event called? Not wishing, fishing. Festival of Ice. Let's see, the shop, the Rare Crow, Wall Sconces. Get next year. You just fell in? What do you mean I just fell in? You just fell in, punk. Ow. And I don't know why anymore. Oh no, no. Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rockin' boys. Yeah, wild, wild, wild. Oh, 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 oh. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Here's hell, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. And when it comes, I wanna wail more. We just gotta let her. Yeah, I'm doing that again. No, we just ended the festival of ice. Algae soup. Thanks, Clint. We just gotta let her. We just gotta let her. We just gotta let her. I wonder who it's from. You said I should make some squid bait if I have squids. I have a squid. So, bait maker, I need iron bars, coral, and sea urchin. Here's the thing, I didn't even watch Blue's Clues as a kid, but my cousins did, so I'd see it every now and then. And, yeah. Actual all member. Alright, let's make this new one. Alright, so, place a fish inside to create the targeted bait. Strategies. Now, will it just keep doing it? Or do I need a new squid? Crystal! Crystal was a mom. No, she was a dragon mom. I mean, she was just a dragon, but she was still Crystal. Yeah, I just turned you into Trogdor. Suck it, nerd. Who here liked Trogdor? The Burninator. No, the educating. Educating the Alexmon. Remember Mon because they were once a or many times a Dragonite. Educating the village. I shouldn't be that entertained by what I just did. We have fun in this stream. At least I do. Hope you all enjoy it. I'm having a blast. Ooh, we got a bunch of purple mushies. That's good. It's good. Oh. That was fat. Oh, so I do need more. It should be every day though, Jim. Really should be. That was always my favorite song to play in, whatchamacallit? Guitar Hero or whatever game it was in. I need to keep you. Oh crap, did somebody want sardines? These. Let's go kill some skeletons. What floors you again? Stardew skeletons. I don't know why they weigh a ton. 71. That's it? 71 to 79? Increase your chance to catch squid. And go to bed. Go to bed. There's literally no reason for you to stay awake. Unless it's like you don't want to wake up too early the next day. Give me my hoe, damn it. I had it for 6 days. Nice. Now I need to go to gold. But first, I want to hoe up the things I've seen. Okay, I'm gonna hoe up one thing. I'm not going all the way to the thing. Yeah, I'd be up at like 2. Yeah, okay, stay awake. Don't leave me! I need you. Only 2? Okay. Bang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna go gold on the thing. On the cat. Oh, sorry, that was culturally. I don't know. Wow, Dorado and largemouth bass are the same. Interesting. Alright, multiple sturgeon? Let's frickin' do it. So with Pikmin done, what's next? That's the question, isn't it? I recorded episode 1 of it yesterday. And it was fun! No, Pikmin has 10 episodes. So I guess it will come out on a Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday. I meant Pikmin is done recording, but they're not all released. Pikmin will have 10 episodes total. We'll say you're a lot less clippable and memeable than Beagle. I take that as a compliment. My goal is not to put on a character for you. My goal is to just be me. I think every streamer approaches these things differently, but and I've said this to him, I've always stated that I feel he puts on a show for the sake of it, whilst I just hope people like me for who I am. Sometimes I am more clippable. Sometimes I am goofier or weirder, but also sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I'm whatever. Never know what you're gonna get. But basically how I act with you is how I act with my wife. How I act with people in real life. So I refuse to put on a show for people. I find it to be disingenuous. Because then people think, oh, that's the actual person. It's like, no, that's their character. Like, for instance, Asmongold. He is a character. And he comes off as a douchebag, a big old jerk. Apparently, he's an incredibly nice guy. For those that know him in real life. But online, he puts on a very aggressive character. Which is, yes, likely part of his actual personality, but one that he probably doesn't dive into in his normal life. Yeah, I don't... Wow, another one. I just want to be me. Die, mother liquor. Thank you. It's like a bad luck day. Could be you, I'll say this though. It's amusing some of the foot and mouth he ends up doing. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's bad. I think what he does is funny. I think what he does works for him. I also don't have nearly the energy that he does. I think he's more charismatic than I am. But I think I'm probably more relatable than he is. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think a lot of times when it comes to content creation, people are hiding the fact that they're putting on a character, and that's, again, people think, oh no, that's them. Like, no, quite often it's not. But with me, you get me, and that took a long time. If you go through my older content, you'll hear how I've changed over the years. Essentially become more confident, less quiet. Like when I started YouTube, I tried to be informational. And then I got to finally, let's just have fun. Let's just play the game the way I want to, and maybe other people will like the way I like to play. Yeah, Beagle's not a background streamer. He is very loud. He's very loud. he's go 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 all the time. He could be calking and he'll try to make it, you know, some kind of excitement, and I'm just like, I don't get it, man. Oh gosh. And Bat Wings and Slime. So we'll definitely have to do that tomorrow. Yeah, he's very front and center. That's why I think it's interesting, especially as he's done YouTube longer, he's become more comfortable with that persona that he puts on. And I think part of it is authentically him. You know, he's just kind of a loud person. He's kind of an excitable person. But you can also see his, you know, his evolution over time. But like, something you'll never hear me do is this consistent, like, yeah, poggers, dude, huh? Like, he used to do it very infrequently, but now it's like all the time, and I'm just like, stop. Stop. It just makes me think of like some 7-year-old kid on Fortnite. Yeah, I love the man, but I don't always have the energy to watch his streams. I'm just like, oh, I have to keep up, or else like my stream, you can come and go, you can walk away, you can miss stuff, you can mute me, well, until we talk about pickles, you know. And though some people will think that my streams are boring, and that's fine, you know. It's what it is. That's why streamers are like food. There's a whole bunch of different types. Pick the one you like most. Or the ones you like most. That's what I think's cool about it. He's a natural born hype man. I think he's practiced. Because again, you can see the vast change from his early content to now, and part of that is comfortability. But I do think that, like many of us, he's susceptible to emulation of those around him. And if you listen to who he watches, like Shady Penguin, Original 151, United Gamer, like he watches those big PokeTubers still. He also has started to act more and more like them, you know, and I think emulation is common. I think it's a lot of times done passively. I have a lot of people that are like, oh man, you're so much like Mage Masher, and I'm like, yeah, because I watched him basically religiously, so of course he rubbed off onto me. Of course he did. Of course a lot of my mannerisms are going to be what I would consider mage-like because, well, I started YouTube because of him. Not just inspiration, but he literally helped me, you know, get started. So it's one of those things of, I know I'm prone to being influenced by those I'm around. And that's something I actively try to prevent the more aware of it I become. But I can say without doubt that Mage has had a major impact of how I create content. And I think it's a good thing. Different streamers, different moves, yeah. Yeah, Mage is definitely laid back and chilling, yeah. And so I think I'm slightly less laid back than Mage. But I think that's because he's better at this than I am. In my opinion, for what I want out of a video game player, I want them to be excited when they should be excited, and I want them to shut up when they should shut up. Oh, nice. So it's I like that when Mage is excited, I know that something is going on in the game. Don't know who Shady Penguin is, but I'm so turned off to Ultra. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked Vinny and Dobbs when they got started. And then I watched Vinny change, or Original 151. I watched them change over the course of them getting more and more popular, and I didn't like it, and that's why I stopped watching. I still like Dobbs. Dobbs really felt like he was remaining the same dude, just like this regular dude that happened to make it big playing Pokemon. But Vinny got into his own hype, and I didn't like that. Original, Ultimate, whatever, I think is the same thing. I think they're doing a great job. They've made careers off of it. They've been able to buy homes because of it. I have no idea if he does. This is actually going to be a conversation in the verses that you'll hear at some point where we're like, does Dobbs still do stuff? I mean, he was in college during the biggest height of his YouTube career. So my guess is he may have gotten his degree and is like, dude, I'm done doing whatever it is he wants to do, whatever he went to school for. You know, good for him. Use it as a pathway for finances. I'm sure he made plenty of money off of it. He was huge. Millions of subscribers kind of thing, you know? Monster Slayer goal. See, that's when you should get excited, when you get a thing like, oh, I did the Monster Slayer goal. Cool. But yeah, I just, I always, and I talked to Frank about this, I would say, don't go down their path entirely. Please don't end up like Original 151. I would never be able to watch your content again. I think, like you said, I think Original 151 is now disingenuous. I think he's really mainly there for the money. Like you can go into their streams and they're on like the beginning soon screen and they make like $200 because they do have a cult following, and I think it's creepy. Like, do I appreciate when people donate here like when Jim did? Heck yeah, I do. But I appreciate when people become members like Patrick and Crystal did last week when they became freaking rare truffles. Of course I do. But you see streamers that they expect it. And they'll even say, oh man, we're really low on subs today. Like, I have a member goal on my screen right now. I feel weird about that. I don't necessarily like that I have that there. But I've had multiple people in the community say, hey, you should have something to show a member goal so that it reminds people that it's an option. And I'm like, I want to sit there and say, oh, well, they know it's an option. But then, you know, I have people like last week, Patrick was like, hey, I appreciate when you say please like and subscribe because I forget to like videos. It's like, oh, crap. I guess maybe because I make the content, I'm constantly thinking about the inner workings of YouTube to where I'm like, oh, if I liked this video, I'm going to like it because that person gave me value. Yeah, I mean, that's all. I mean, Dobbs got really big before Vinny, actually. He did like Pokemon theories, Pokemon fan videos. Like, they were really cool, actually, on just Dobbs. And it was really a lot of fun. But yeah, I have no idea if he's still active or not. Not a Scooby-Doo. Oh, man, I didn't start up my thing. That's actually fine. Do I have 3? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're all different. I'm not going to say what they're doing is right or wrong. I do worry about the parasocial relationships created. Like, I actually do worry about some in Frank's stream. Like, you know, you'll see just big donations come in consistently, and I'm just like, I hope these people make a lot of money and that they're not hurting themselves when they do these big donations. That's why I told Curry, I was like, dude, you don't need to donate to me. But then he's like, oh, well, Soul said don't donate to him, so I'll donate to Beagle instead. I was like, well, I mean, if you're gonna put it out there, yeah, I'll take it. But like, if it ever made any kind of financial burden, stop. Don't do it. Like, I remember El Divino used to do big old donations here, big subgus, all that stuff, and then it just stopped. I know why. I talked to the guy. I know what changed in life. Combat level up, sick. But I remember being asked by Frank, be like, oh, how come Elder doesn't drop a bunch of like big old sub drops on you anymore? I was like, because. It's because. That's all that matters. Like, there was never an expectation when Elda came into my stream to see donations. I thought I'd be like, oh, this might happen, but it was never like, if this doesn't happen, I'll be upset or anything like that. You know, I knew it was a known possibility, but it was never expected. Nobody talks about him, yeah, and that's because he doesn't do the type of content anymore. Oh. Okay, so he's back to that. I'm wondering if maybe he got tired of doing that kind of content. You've seen me take extended breaks from versus and collabs. Frank did ask me, he's like, hey, since our project's going to be coming to an end, do you want to start another project? And I was like, honestly, not right now. Because I'm about to go into summer break, and I need to see where I'm at before I commit to anything. So we might do something back-to-back. I don't know. I mean, that's where he started, though, Ark. He started in lore and things like that. Did you know? And he's a great video editor, too. Oh, say, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Stardew Sunday. Yep, already up to 7. Are you watching it? It's hard for me to remember who comments on what video. But yeah, so that Pikmin will have 10 episodes total. So its finale will come out next Sunday. Oh, you know, okay. But yeah, I want people to do, you watch 2 of them. Hey, if it's not your thing, that's okay. Or unless you're waiting to binge. I don't know. Believe me when I can say I know when a project's not the popular one. Like, Pikmin gets far fewer views than Kingdom Hearts. Like, half or even a third. But for me, I don't care. I had so much fun. It's like when I did Bramble, Curse of the Mountain King. Very low view count. So glad I played that game. So glad. Because that's what it should always be about, in my opinion. For someone like me, where this is not my income. Were this my income like it is for Mage Mash, I'd be like, hey, I need to focus on what's going to push out. I'd be doing Honkai Star Rail. Let's be honest. If I needed to focus on views, I'd be playing Honkai Star Rail, because apparently everyone that plays that gets massive views. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually curious about that game. Mage was like, dude, you should play it, Soul. And I'm like, maybe. I've got other games in mind. Oh, Sekiro. I do have streams of Sekiro. What is the appeal of that game? I don't know. I've not watched it. Mage really likes it, though. You find it disheartening or disinteresting. Gotcha. I mean, Mage told me he really likes it. But I will say for someone like Mage, where this is his job, I'm positive that the fact that it's getting good views is very helpful to that. How is your language in Pikmin? Mostly good. Mostly good. It's way too... Well, it is a gacha game. Bramble was very creepy. I remember, if you might remember, I put a warning at the beginning of Bramble saying, like, hey, this is not for everyone. And I was actually thinking of Crystal when I made that. Believe it or not, Crystal, I put a warning at the beginning of a Let's Play thinking of you. Because of what happens at a certain part with a very small individual. I haven't watched his Danganronpa yet. I want to try that. I didn't find Bramble to be that challenging. I mean, there were areas where I stumbled and had to figure stuff out, but I was like, oh, it's just a puzzle game. I would consider Pikmin Alexander friendly. Yeah, like I don't recall going on any tirades, because with Pikmin I was just very like, oh yeah, this is fine. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. That's cool. Like, you know, I think I became very interesting. So yeah, I do not recommend I do not recommend my Bramble, the Mountain King Let's Play for you at all, Crystal. Because it was when I got to a certain point where I was like, I need to make a warning. And for some, they were unaffected by it completely. But it's my thought of knowing that there's some people that could have been incredibly negatively affected by it, that I wanted them to have that warning. Let's open some stuff. Yeah, what I've been doing since it's not that I don't have time, but like I haven't had the energy to watch something story-based since I'm doing so many story things in my own playthrough stuff, to where I've been falling behind really on Mage's Let's Plays. But to help support him, because he's a good friend of mine, I do have his videos playing pretty regularly. I make sure to like them, and I know I'll go back and watch whatever I want at some point. Geeky! You fancy my wife? I know. So do I, though. The downfall is she fancies you. The amount of times when we were hanging out together that she would hang back and be like, hey, check out her butt. And I'm like, Jesus, Mom. I already did, but like, gosh, you're worse than me. Like, she was just checking you out the entire day. Except for that one time we went to the coffee shop and she didn't really like it. The coffee shop, not you. When's the wedding, by the way? If she was a guy, she'd be called a pig. Watch your daily vids at the start of each day while reading the email. Oh, thank you. 2026, that is like at least a month away. Crazy. Fish stew. I don't think I'd trust stew, especially fish stew that I got out of a box. Ooh, lava eel or spicy eel. Coffee. Bums. That wood is hard. Oh? You have a slightly greater chance to find mystery boxes? Nice. Oh, that's so cool. Interested in Stellar Blade? I don't have a PS5, but I have seen and heard about the jiggle physics. But more so the fact that it's a Souls-like. Yes, I'm interested in it. Lobos Jr. is playing it, so I'm going to watch them do it. Bang, son. Thanks, Dad. Clay. And see, that's the kind of stuff that I think is amazing about a community. You can be like, hey, I don't like the specific project you're doing, but I want to support you anyways, so I'll put it on when I'm gone, because that does help someone like Mage. View time, view count, and likes on his videos can go a long way for him. Want to play while I'm there? You're gonna come pick me up? Remember, I'm not sure if you heard me when I said it. I am not getting a car when I go out there, unfortunately. We are Ubering to and fro, which is annoying. I'm like, so what do I do for food? They expect me to order food in? I don't know. Donate to the museum. But I ever put a warning? Thank you for letting me know, because I definitely would not. Yeah. It's just something that would affect certain groups of people of certain experiences, and you fit into that known bit about you. Ugh! Umbar! Not supposed to share everything. Gosh. But Za will make it. She's a tough lady. She survived you and continues to survive you, so she'll be fine. Love you, Kiki. How's Jack? By the way. How's that handsome man? I'm sorry, how what? 100,000 years old? Burying while your head... What? Could you try retyping that sentence, Crystal? I'm not sure what it's meant to say. Yes, yes. You mean he's showing you that he can play naked? Apparently, if you take off the character's clothes, you see her nearly naked, but you lose your shield, I guess? I don't know. It's one of those games I'm sure I'll never play, because it's likely to be a PS5 exclusive, and I just don't think I'll ever buy one, because... yeah, I'm just gonna play on my computer. Okay, today we're going to... Today we're going to try to get some squid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the squid bait. And, yeah. Try to get more squid so we can make more bait. But... Yeah, we gotta do that too, brother. Worth it, maybe? Wait, what? Is what worth it? I guess you can go in there. So bad at following conversations sometimes. Ow. Punched my desk. Oh, I thought it said it was 1:30. I was like, oh crap, I'm late. But no, it's 11:30. That means I can stream for at least... Oh, actually, no, that's okay. I could stream for another hour. Y'all want me to keep going, I'll keep going. And if you don't want me to keep going, then okay. Just be like, you suck, get out of here, punk. And I'll just like be like, wow, they hate me. Why are they here? And they'll be like, tough love, bitch. I'm pretty sure I used Monster Musk. I expect more. Hey, look! Thing. Oh, if I unlock the desert, I have a prismatic shard and I can get the ultimate weapon. Well, one of them. What else am I going to pickle? We're not pickling right now, we're making juice. Cranberry juice, I believe it is. I have like way too many cranberries. Me and Jack got our farm going again, and our update isn't the update amazing? Right? It's just so good. Like, there's all the familiar things, but so many new things where I'm just like... And they're spread out. Like, it made starting a new farm feel like the right call. Plus, I love starting new farms. Like, I'm that guy. Any more? Yeah, let's go beat up this guy. What's up, Bob? I got a comment on Radiata Stories, by the way, where someone said, yo, man, I saw you redid your Chrono Cross and your Lunar. When are you going to redo this one, too? And I was like... Thoughts? Opinions? Chat? By the way, what I just did was influenced by Lobos Jr. I see him do that all the time, and it has rubbed off onto me. Becoming a personality trait, to some degree. Because for my whole life, I've been like that. When I'm around people, when I hear certain accents, I'll even start to emulate those, and apparently that's a legit thing. Real awkward, this white kid having like a quasi-Mexican accent. People are like, why are you doing that? I'd be like, oh no, I just am. Like when I worked at a butcher before I became a teacher, the meat manager I worked in, it was a grocery store that had a meat section, and I worked in the meat department. The manager, his name was Moro. He was actually from Mexicali, which is where I'm from. Well, I'm from right north of it. So like he was, you know, from 10 miles from my home. And so I started speaking, you know, English with a kind of Mexican accent on it. And one of my coworkers noticed, and he's like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, I've done this my whole life, man. It just happens. And Moro's like, it actually makes him easier to understand. I was like, hell yeah. And so it's not me trying, it's not me attempting, it just happens. I'm sure, I remember I looked it up at one point that there is an actual like psychology thing for it. Like it's not, I don't believe it's considered a bad thing. It's just like quasi normal human behavior that not everyone does, but like it's non-malicious, things like that. Because yeah, I'm not trying to be like, oh look at me, I can sound like I'm Mexican. Like no, it just happens. Geeky, why are you spitting? It's a common thing in ADHD community, hasn't developed. I think it's just common. Like maybe we do see it more in people with ADHD or autism. Maybe we don't. And that's I always struggle with saying that this is a trait of a specific thing, because then you meet so many people that don't have that disability or challenge or syndrome that still have a lot of those things, and I'm like, maybe it's just a people thing. Yeah, to me it's normal. And see, a lot of us here are saying it, and as far as I'm aware, I don't have any form of autism or things like that. I know I have a light case of Tourette's, but I always felt it like almost like you want to be like them. Like whether they see it as a compliment or not, that's up to them, but it's like, hey, emulation is kind of a form of flattery, right? Jeez, is this a lucky day? Come here. I just really try not to group things and say, oh, this is because you're this, because what if they're not autistic? What if they're actually on a typical growth? Or what if instead they have OCD or they have all kinds of things, anything. That's the thing, the human brain's wild. And that's why I'm just like, I'm not gonna diagnose anything. If I see something of a concern, I will obviously voice it as a teacher, carefully. You can't just be like, hey, I think your son's autistic. People get mad. But if I think their son might be autistic or have ADHD or anything, I'd be like, hey, I have some concerns, and this is what I see. When's the last time they went to their primary care physician and had a general growth monitoring checkup and had milestones looked at, you know, outside of physical? Things like that. Or like, hey, I see they really struggle to make friends. That's a problem. You know, that can cause a lot of difficulty as they grow up. Let me pick you a question. Can a kid just be antisocial? Yep. 100% yes. Oh, crud, I'm supposed to be fishing. Oh my god! That's a lot of skelly boys. Trust me, this is faster. I have a plan. See, for me, I'll say that's kind of like double, because my great-grandma was from Birmingham, and I grew up with her being there, and so I actually had like a light accent as a kid, but for being around her enough. And then once I started watching Mage a lot, in fact, it kind of like quote-unquote came back. And it's like, I'm not doing this on purpose. It happened to me in 7th and 8th grade when I would listen to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne stuff. Like, you know, the Osbournes was outside, hear him talk and his family. So I'm just very susceptible to that crap. And I don't know why. What am I doing? I'm going to go try to get some squids. And I came here because got these boys. I love having totems to use. It's so cool. Nice. We're getting so much clothing in this. It's so cool. Like, Concerned Ape really upped the clothing. What the bread butts? not the kind of person that you think I am. I'm not the Antichrist or even the Iron Man. Have a vision that I just cannot control. I feel I've lost. You're a bread. Dude, I bought a massive Italian bread loaf for $1. It is more bread, it is tastier bread, and it is cheaper bread than the loaves you can buy. Loaves of bread are like anywhere from like $1.50 for the crappiest bread there to like $7. So I'm just buying, you know, from the bakery, and I'm like, geez, I can make a sandwich out of that. So you can get a French roll or an Italian loaf. And I'm like, I'm not going to sit there and say they're authentic, but I also read a pretty cool thing on authenticity today that I agree with heavily. It's like someone that just said authenticity in food is overrated. Because if you were to go to, let's say, Italy and talk about bread, or Mexico and talk about tacos, talk to 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different recipes. Everyone's authenticity is different. Because countries have a whole bunch of different versions of the same thing. So I was like, yeah. Like, I'm still going to get on Frank's case when he calls Taco Bell Mexican food. I know he does it as a meme, but like, boy needs real tacos. Like, you can go too far away from authentic, I'll say that. But like, oh, you make your tacos out of ground beef? Cool. You don't use steak pieces instead? Fine. That's great. I made ground beef tacos the other week, and I was like, man, I miss this. It's actually tastier than the steak version sometimes because all the things are in one place. It's all mixed together homogeneously. And it's so much cheaper. Or if I use ground turkey, it's less fatty. Oh, yeah. Oh, salads. I thought I read salsas. I actually made pico de gallo because I made tacos. And I put the pico de gallo on my chicken sandwich. Ah, so good. So good. So this is like an investment. You use squids to make squid catching bait to catch more squids. But I mean, for the last time we did it, we got 7 bait. Yeah, mass-produced bread. I remember Geeky actually messaged me one time on Discord. They're like, "What are you guys doing to bread in America?" And they sent me this video and where it's like basically by other countries' standards, our bread is just cake because there's so much crap in it. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to America. Oh yeah, I had a warp, but thanks for looking out for me. Appreciate you. Damn. Bam. Oh god, that was quick. One turned into 5. What is this? Really, just 10 minutes? Wow. Yeah, until 2 a.m. Then you pass out. Yeah, there's tomorrow. I can do it. Shh. Bam. Yeah, give them the time of the night. Bus addicted. That's what I want to be addicted to. Bread. And get rubbed. Not even real sugar? You gonna stream for a bit yet? Yes, Jim. Yes. That was actually the question you didn't answer. I was like, at 11:30, I was like, I can stream for another hour or just 30 minutes. And you didn't say anything, Jim. The bookseller is in town today. A cryptic note. Reach level 100 of the cavernous skull. Ooh, when did you want that? Okay, sure. Yeah, I definitely want to get through this Squid Fest. Geode Crusher. I don't care about that. I don't give a butt munch. I've started saying butt munch again. lately. Like, I haven't said that since I was a child. And now I'm like, but much. Aw, thanks. Dexter, you're so nice. Oh my gosh, we have 44 bait. Oh, hey, we got a new shirt. Dark highlight shirt. I like it. It looks good. To be fair, everything looks good on oats. A new baby chick is hatched. Let's see. Oseki. I spell it right? O-S-E. Yeah. Look, Osei, your little baby. There you are. There you are. Just a little baby. That's you. Oh, baby. One of my favorite things in Stardew streams is to name my animals after viewers. It's, I think, the easiest way to give back and say, thank you for being here. Thanks for spending time with me, for giving your attention to my streams, yada frickin' yada. We know you think your wife is hot, and I will say that forever and ever. Don't make me milk you. You're safe for now, Erica. Okay, Marnie wants a copper bar? Yes. Agenda today. Turn in the hoe. After planting these two. Aww. I don't know. Cause I got an animal. And probably you're not a cow, I guess. I don't know what animal you are. I mean, is there a problem with being a cow? What do you got against cows? You like a cow hater? You anti-bovine? You have conversations about animal equality? What's next? You don't like pickles? Things could get serious. But where did I get that? Alright, we're gonna go buy stuff from Marnie. By stuff, I mean a duck. Gotta make sure that Erica's not a witch. A duck! Very small rocks. Don't like pickles. They're not nocturnal enough. You've clearly never been to the secret cow level in Diablo 2. They are always up at night with their scythes and their bardiches, and they'll murder you. Trust me, they'll murder you. I don't know. Do you weigh less than a duck? Let the science find out. Yeah. I need to watch that movie again. Alrighty, who's gonna be our duck? Is a Monty Python the Holy Grail reference. Oh, you are a witch? Okay. Cinema D. It's pinging your barbecue? What? What are you talking about, Cinema? Our newest duck. Or our first duck. Why are you questioning this? I didn't know you were a witch. You do your Wicca. I don't know much about it, but you do you. What am I doing today? Bread! I remember what I was gonna do. The hoe. How do you know she's a witch? She turned me into a newt. A newt? Got better. She's got a wart. She's got a wart. Why haven't they put this on me? Yes, they did. Strange women in pawns handing out swords is no means for... I don't actually know the whole line. Still, yeah. What do they want for? Joe, are you still there? So I've got a questione for you. Yeah, you're a duck. Just don't tell Oates that I didn't name our first duck Tim. Why are people throwing out bread? It's sunny but hailing. That is interesting. Wow, I'm doing the gold hoe before the gold axe. I literally stopped breathing. I was like, nope, you're gonna think of it. You're gonna get the word. Oh, that was garbage. Garbage. Yeah, don't feed ducks bread. Chicken chaser. So Joe, I'm about to do, well, tomorrow I'm gonna do the Squid Fest. Do I have to wait until the normal 6 o'clock time in which a squid is available? Or, because it's Squid Fest, do they become available all day? Do you know? Also, let's get our candy of the rocks. Magic rock candy. Iridium sprinklers. So this is magic rock candy. It heals you basically all the way. And it gives you everything. Mining, luck, speed, defense, attack. It's amazing. That's a lot of luck as well. 5? Like, whoa. Yams! That's also what I want to do. The booksellers here. Oh, hey. Local herring population. You're a herring caught. But does it give you the most important thing? Probably not. Ducks can. They can be very good pets. Where do I put all my books? Why am I looking over here? I don't trust myself. That's all I have? Really? Really? Ooh. Oh, we'll take this over. Break the walls down. Okay, everybody, when the clock hits 58. Oh, so with special bait, you'll still... Nice, thank you. Yeah, I've got like 50 some odd special baits. Process. Give me a book, give me a book. Lobster bisque. Alrighty, let's go turn in some books and maybe by Way of the Wind? That'd be kind of cool. I thought we were going to be blocked away. Prize? Trade in books. Let's see. I have for 2 pepper poppers. Sure. 30 deluxe bait. Bought it. Okay. Pay attention. How fast we're going. And here we go. I'm just going to tell myself it's noticeable because I spent 15,000 gold. Totally noticeable. Where are herring? Stardew herring. They are ocean fish. Any time of day. Wunderbar. I just need to read. I guess that was number 1, so I'm gonna assume there's a number 2. Maybe they'll sell it next time they're here. Or maybe they sell it now and I just didn't look hard enough. Nautilus. Not on this list. Not on your wrist. Bobber! Ooh, what do you have to sell? What is that? It's adorable. A fish with something pink and bowed up. Oh, so cute. Look at that little lady. She's like, cut something. Boo. Tuna. Apparently in Australia they say tuna. It was CH in it. I watched a video on dialects for American, British, and Australian, and they just say the same words. Herring. It was really cool to hear that tuna. 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 I think it was northeast. I can't remember what part of the United States. Or what part of Britain. King of the Britain. Who are the Britain? You are. You're Britain. I'm your king. Herring. I was like, why am I doing this? Ticket. Hi, Willie. So yeah, I'm getting out of here. Shut the fuck up, kid. Sardine, 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 sardine. X1 likes to eat a sardine. I really like X1. They're a good band. Suit of armor. Good sword. Proper mace. And they put up with my crap. Y'all like my perfect fishing? I do. Joe, you got 3 minutes. You got a dinosaur named X1? I love it. Double! And it counts! Sick. Okay, Demetrius. You gotta twist and shout. Let's go. Oh yeah, come on, baby, now. Elliot. I haven't seen E.T. in, I don't know how many years. Oh my gosh! Is that new? The wrap lights on his pillars? Or not pillars, but on his side? That's so cool. I guess we'll check here first. Are you in here, Elliot? I doubt it. Nope. That wool with me? I do. Okay. That is such a pretty tree. Oh, it's got light. It's got Christmas lights in it. Herp a derp. I'm so smart. Sir, why don't you stand outside with your wife? Hi, Maru. Hey, what's up? Oh, not much. You know, here to talk to your dad. Money. It's a crime. Okay. Wait, what's the first one? Oh. I think Lewis's house closes at 9? Bread time! Go bread, 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 bread! Tea. Is that a decorative plant? I'm for it. Surprise bread! Contact is all it takes to change your life, to lose your place and time. I don't actually know the rest of the words. There she stands in a silver gown. A light comes shining down. Then you sense a change, nothing feels the same. All your dreams are strange, love comes walking in. I miss liking Van Halen, but I just don't really listen to it anymore. You sell for 5,000 gold. Macadooley's Batman, that's a lot of gold. In there. Can go. Yeah. Yes. Handsome boy. Hey, I made money. Okay. All right. It is a new event, the Squid Fest. They're visiting Pierre's enclosed. Thanks. Searching forgotten shadow divination. Void essence. Ooh. I have not had McDonald's in like 2 years. And I'm currently on a goal to never eat McDonald's again. But every now and then I'm like, their fries are good, their chicken nuggets were really good. So it's tough. It's tough. They bioengineered the crap out of that stuff to be so tasty. What'd you get though, Jim? Nuggies? Quarter pounder of cheese? I'm doing arts and crafts today, making a bunch of colored cubes out of styrofoam, and that's awesome. You should post a picture of it in Discord. Milk! Milk! I need to make videos for our arts and crafts class. It's just hard because like I need to film myself actually doing the thing. I need to make like a little setup for it. Yes. I do like the nugs. What's your dip of choice for the nuggies? Ketchup? Really? Wow. I like ranch. Damn it, now I really want McDonald's nuggies. Nope, I've got tons of leftovers. I've got made chili. What am I doing? Where would that go? Arts and music? Yeah, arts and music. It's art. It's arts and crafts. Arts and music. Boom. You answered your own question. Fool! Oh, let's actually put the shirt away just for a little more spice. Load you up. Jim, what'd you get? Can't tell. Ooh, what the heck? Is that a squid chef? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just here for the bulk squid prices. Explanation. It's a squid fishing challenge. If you can hit our daily catch targets, you'll win prizes. Ooh. Check the sign to the left. We also put special bait in the water so the squid are active all day. Dude, that man is fishing with a freaking lantern. Any comment? Well, if it isn't in town's #1 ice fish. Yeah, that's me! Dude, they acknowledged my win. Let's go. It is a salad dressing, but I dip my pizza in ranch. I dip my jalapeno poppers in ranch. I dip my fries in ranch. Ranch is like the go-to sauce for me. That's not a squid. Oh, a thing! Yeah! Let's go, brother, mother. Oh, that's definitely a squid. Thanks for the idea to make the squid bait, by the way, Joe. That was a good call. Good strategy. Got one. I mean, if we weren't maxed out fishing already, this would be great. Ooh, I'm going to eat that stew because it'll increase our fishing by, I think, 3, which will increase the size of our bar. Check out the size of the bar now, because now we're level 13 fishing. Ooh, treasure. Icy stretchins, baby boy. Tuna. Good ranch is good. Oats and I literally stopped going to Burger King because they changed their ranch recipe to be more like vinegary, and we don't like it. So we stopped going. Like, we'll be like, where do we want to go to eat for burgers? Well, who has the best ranch or the best fries is typically what we choose. Though we mainly just go to Culver's now, because it just seems to taste better than all the other big chains. Culver's is really tasty. Yeah. My business depends on your ranch quality. And here's the thing, if they don't announce that they've changed the recipe, that means they did it for money-saving purposes. Or else they'd be bragging about it. Be like, oh, we got a new recipe, come check it out. They're like, please don't notice that we changed it. Work boots and a diamond. Well, that's a profitable day. A tiger trout frenzy has begun in town. How about a squid one, huh? How about that? Frenzy. Yeah. Let's freaking go. Augers, dude. Sorry, I'm trying to be like Frank. Is it working? Thirsty. You should all drink water. It's good for your bones. How empty is my back? Man, got a lot of muscles and bones in there. So not very? I'll check in a second. Please don't. Aw. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. So far we have got... Let me put you all together. A lot. Now I saw 8 was in purple. Oh, I'm teasing you, Joe. Does that mean I need 8 iridium or just 8? I would assume just 8. If so, that's it, done. The cold air makes me feel tough, like a piece of jerk. What? What? The cold air makes me feel tough, like a piece of jerky. Oh, that's why you asked if my backpack storage. Dish o' the sea. Pearl. Colorful. Squid Kid. Oh, that's cute. The furniture can't be placed outdoors. And the art of crabbing. Crabbots have a 25% chance to yield double. My powers have grown. I like jerky. I used to make it. That is so freaking cute. Squidfest. I want that on my wall. Now, does the Squidfest count as a festival to stop my ability to do stuff? Oh yeah, fish friends. We should probably do something with that, huh? Let's do that. If anyone hasn't seen a fish frenzy, here it is. I think it's just guaranteed what the fish is that you see. So rainbow trout. So it's kind of cool. Oh yeah, we'll definitely do it again. Are they the same prizes? Or are they different? Don't tell me, Joe. Don't tell me. Oh, I got 2 because of the bait. Let's go, mother lickers. I like the fish frenzy thing. I think that's really neat. You know what I want to see? There's a lava eel fish frenzy in the mines. That's what I want to see. It probably doesn't exist. The guy can dream, okay? Oh, I'll see. What if I fail, Jim? You don't know. What if I'm no good at fishing? What if this whole thing has been a lie and that when I fish, there's actually a small person under my desk fishing for me? What if, Joe, huh? You ever question that? Jerk. Never ask the right questions. It's like Joe, or it's like Jim over there telling us he got McDonald's but not telling us what food he got. Or maybe he did and I missed it because I'm blind as hell. I'm such a good fisher that Caroline's like, I'm just gonna stop and watch this man. Sorry, this lady, I forgot we're playing Zoats. Ah, funny joke. Double cheeseburger, iced tea, and a small fry. Nice. What do you dip your fries in? Ketchup or something else? I don't wanna wait for my trap to keep it being stolen. Nothing. Ooh. I mean, some fries are good enough just to have on their own. So when we go to Culver's, we get a cheese dipping sauce and dip our fries in that. Really good. I might go to Culver's tonight. We allow ourselves to go out 2 times a week. I know that's a lot, but one is always Pookie's, which is our Thai restaurant, where Oates gets pho and I get pho tan yum. Are you still not done? Ranch, what's up? The Culver's is so good. I like to get just their regular deluxe burger and fries. So what we'll do is I'll get a deluxe burger, she'll get usually like a chicken sandwich, and then we'll also get fries and cheese sauce, and it's like $12. It's so affordable compared to other things. Soda pop. Seaweed. Ooh, making good food. Ooh, night market. Ooh, might have some new stuff to buy at the night market this time. Making sure that nothing I have is... Oh wow, we filled up perfectly. I think I had a quest for Harvey and I didn't do it. Sure. Ah, irritant. I don't like mushrooms. Oat's got the mushroom swish. She likes it a lot. She's a big fan of that kind of bird. Though I grew up really liking Carl's Jr. / Hardee's. Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. I'm now making pickled tea leaves. So I grew up liking Carl's Jr., aka Hardee's, because my grandpa was a secret shopper for them. So I just grew up with it. We'd get it for free all the time. And so she was never a big fan, but the line for Culver's was super long. I was like, let's just go to Hardee's. It'll be fine. And we got their Philly cheesesteak burger, something that I know is really good. She got something else. She made me trade because she liked it so much. What's not a thing? Secret shopper? Or something else? mean, it might be. Maybe it'll be tea leaf juice. I don't know. We made pickled corn. Remember when we had a whole pickle conversation? It was because we pickled corn. Ah, you're not worth it. I really need to upgrade my house. Stardew house upgrade. You don't remember it all? I know you don't. Studebaker. That big old raven's back. Hi, big old raven. Or crow. I don't actually know the difference. Joe. You. How do you always get it to Erica? That's like such a common thing for you. Joe, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, and I bet Erica appreciates it too. Erica, say thank you. Sing it. Sing it. I gotta get my screens back in order. One, and that one, and that one, and that one. Let's see. Upgrades. 10 grand. Forge and 50 wood. Nice. You did? I don't know. I wasn't on that screen. I was literally not on a screen that could see chat. So how about you stop shaming me? Like, gosh. Ta-da! I might as well turn all of this into smoked stuff. It literally doubles the price. Laterally. Dreamer blindness, more like not on the right page. That's a big one. That's big. Wait, did I go to the Traveling Merchant today? I don't think I did. Because I really want a pufferfish. You remember your Menars. I like that. Dude, give me the thing to do the thing. Hello. El Dorado. Idiot, that's not what I want. Gosh, I always tell myself I'm going to do better with buildings. Never do. I want to upgrade the house and I want to get fish ponds. Bubbies! Guys, this becomes such a loving boy. I love him so much. A mod you might like is Visible Fish. I've had that before. I enjoy that one quite a bit. Big difference in price. Nice. Seaweed. My golden hoe is ready. I'm gonna grab the seaweed now so I don't forget. Oh my. Plushies. I can't wait to buy that mushroom pack for Sunhaven. Thanks again, Jim. Appreciate you. I remembered my manners too. Still absolutely love those new emotes as well by Chibels. They did exactly what I wanted. Alex doesn't have any milk. Shh. Fine. Be limited to every 2 days. Goats. That even is your species. Shizzle. Ding-ga-da-ding-ga-doo. Good emotes. I can say that. I paid money for them. Who wants it? Penny? Okay. Foraging is not max, so boom, experience. I really need to just go consistently chop down the things in the secret woods. That would make a big difference if I did that daily. Ooh, $1,000. Don't let me in. Watch, she's probably not even here. Wake the fuck up! I don't care about Pierre's shop. He sucks. Sorry for the sudden language. I mean, she's a teacher, I get it. Sleep in when you can. Also, she probably just wants to avoid her mom. Hate Pam. Yeah, let's go. It's greatest hoe in the world. It's not. Almost. Woo. Hey Harvey, my least talked to villager in the game. Probably talked to Leah more than you, and she's a hermit. I don't know, I meant to check that. We'll check that. For now, we're catching squids. Yeah. Oh, you're not a squid. Ugh. Sorry, my body feels a little stiff. You're not a squid either. What the? The right stuff, incorrect? Still. Getting unlucky. Yeah. All right, so we need 8 of these boys. Well, actually, I should probably see if the thing has changed at all. If it's still 8. We'll just catch 8. Ooh, a freaking new size? What is the point of the weight in this game? Is it just like bragging rights? Like it doesn't affect anything, right? Or size of the fish, I mean. Ya-da-da-da-dum. No, no-da. Imagine doing this without the bait. That would suck eggs. I wonder what the chance is to land a squid or any fish when you have its specific bait. To me, that is a phenomenal ad. Real quick. Damn right. Red mullet! Supporting mullets now. Figure if we can up our fishing, might as well. Might as well. Hey, there's a counter in the top left. Didn't notice that. Very cool. I mean, hey, if people want to have mullets, they can have mullets. I just don't like them. Much different luck today with the squids. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I like how I literally crawled into Penny's bed and I was like, yo, I got that thing you asked for. Give me money. And instead of being like, oh my god, what are you doing here? She's like, you know, ever since Jojo came in, Pierre's stores really had it rough. Squid. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a counter until right now. That's awesome. Top left. Why am I doing so poorly on this one? I blame it on hunger.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, Joe, how'd the bread turn out? Good question. Jim, how'd McDonald's turn out? We're more than halfway there. We're at 6, brother. Hey, look, a red mullet. Got him. It was McDonald's quality. So, pretty darn tasty, but not actually that satisfying or filling. Gotcha. Bad. And that's also why I stopped going there, because I was like, I never feel good after the fact. While with Culver's and a few other places, I'll actually feel satiated for a good long while. One more. Hey look, Squid Row. Or like Skid Row. 18 and your life just started. 18 and now you know your crime is time and it's 18 and a life to go. Like the only Skid Row song I know. Sebastian Bach. Job's done. Unless did they increase the numbers? Oh, they did. So you weren't lying when you said halfway there. Instead of 8, they demand 10. Oh, I did check, Joe. I just checked. You warned me, and I didn't listen. I didn't listen. I'm the worst. Whoa! Living on a Prayer, that is Bon Jovi. Living on a prayer, take my hand and we'll make it, I swear. Wow! Living on a prayer. Tony used to ooh, sea jelly. Work on the docks. Union man on strike. He's down on its luck. It's tough. I'm forgiven. And I could be unforgiven too. Banana and pear? I ate an apple and a banana in bed last night. I was like, I want a snack. I was going to go have some ice cream. I was like, no. I'm going to be better than that. Job's done. Whoa, lemon and a pear. Yeah, I've heard that before. Whoa, sitting on a chair. I mean, I was also telling you that I had an apple and a banana last night. Like, it was a transition. Dude, largemouth bass. Let's go. All about that bass, about that bass. It's pronounced bass. Getting full. I am too lazy to run all the way over there. So I'm gonna do this first. I think she closes at 5. But can I catch her behind the counter? Always possible. No! Damn it, Bobby. I don't care. Do what you want to do, man. Damn it, Robin. Because I forgot I'm mad at you now. What? Squid hat? It's your chance to wear a squid on the head. I am the Kraken. Yummy. Cracking these skulls. A sardine frenzy has begun at the beach. Worn that hat since you got it. It's like in Coral Island, if I can end up getting the insect outfit, I'm just going to wear that forever. Or the octopus as well. Like, Coral Island's got some top quality aesthetics. Got him. We need to sell some stuff. I don't need to give that away, right? No. That's just money. Yeah, jeez. Startled me. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Well. Living in tart sauce. Pretty sure that's how it goes. Time to get reorganized. We're getting a bit. Go there and there. And keep these guys. Well, what I'm going to do is actually... There. Triple shot espresso. Hey. Well, Mystery Hat, we knew you well, but I'm a squid now. Like it. Money! 15,000. That'll buy our house upgrade. And then some. Traveling merchant. Check her before I forget. Stay bullshit. Claustrophobic. Catastrophic. Again. I used to listen to Slipknot. Cool. Well, folks, that's going to be the end of this stream. I need to eat some food because I've got a D&D game in 20 minutes. Unless it got canceled. Let me check. It did not get canceled. So, folks, I'm going to take off. I'm going to go heat up some chili. Yes, with beans. Kidney beans. It's a lunchtime. So thank you all for being here. You're awesome. I really do appreciate it. And, Jim, thank you for the donation. I will be purchasing that mushy stuff. And Joe, thank you for the gifted membership to Erica. I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. I will see you in more uploads throughout the week, and we can chat in Discord as always. But do take care of yourselves. But until next time.